Now, one of the special modes in Smash Ultimate was the Spirits section, which inevitably led to World of Light. First, I'll talk about the Spirits. The Spirits replaced the trophies, because throughout Melee, Brawl, and Smash 4, the trophies were like these collectibles that you could get, which were obviously based off of other characters who didn't make the cut in the roster, so that way they could be represented in the game without being playable characters. And it was a really cool way to represent these franchises more so than they already were. So they wanted to bring it back, but they didn't bring back trophies. They introduced something new, and that is Spirits. Spirits, on the other hand, unlike trophies where they're just fun to look at, they actually give you boosts in battle. Say for instance, some will make you run faster, or some will make you slower, or some will make you stronger, blah blah blah. You get the idea. Now, the only issue I have with Spirits is the fact that they took away the small little short biography on the character, because back when trophies were a thing, they actually had this short little paragraph telling you about the character, the origins of the character, what the character did in the story in the game that said character was from. It's one of those things that they just don't have it in Ultimate for some reason. I mean, I can understand why. It's probably because they just didn't feel like typing up all these paragraphs for more than 1,000 spirits, but it's one of those things that it would have been cool if they had done it, no one would have complained. It would have been something really awesome to have, and it's just not in the game. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about Spirits. They work in the game, whatever. Now let me talk about World of Light. World of Light, okay. In order to talk about World of Light, I have to talk about the original story mode from Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Subspace Emissary. I've mentioned it a couple times before, and Subspace Emissary was the best story mode in any Smash game, and that's also by process of elimination, because there are literally only 2 Smash games that have a legitimate storyline, and that is Ultimate and Brawl's easily wins. So Subspace Emissary was really cool with the way it was told, because even though there was no dialogue in any of the cutscenes, some of these cutscenes are just so legendary, honestly. I mean, just viewing a couple of them is crazy, because some of this you just wouldn't even believe is real. I mean, who in the world would have thought that Lucario would just pick up a box and oh my goodness, it's Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid. I mean, some of these are just crazy. And then on top of that, they also had the epic final boss against Taboo, and it was just a really cool storyline. I called Brawl underrated for a reason, and this is the reason why it's underrated. Now, because of Ultimate having way more characters, you'd think that Ultimate would easily beat Brawl's storyline, but it didn't, because before Brawl was released, a bunch of the cutscenes were leaked on the internet, and Sakurai actually took it personally and actually got mad that they were leaked. So apparently he thought that he was going to punish the fans for it by just not making any high-def cutscenes or a real legitimate story mode in Ultimate. So that's why there's not a whole lot of storytelling in World of Light, because World of Light, while it does have some really HD high-definition cutscenes with dialogue this time, there's only a single-digit number of them, and even then it's only 5, and compared to Brawl's 30. So it is kind of pathetic, honestly, and I feel like that was a really stupid reason to just not include it in Ultimate. I would actually understand the argument that they didn't include it, because how in the world are you supposed to have this epic collaboration and try and include all 70, 80 some odd characters in the roster? That's understandable. But World of Light, it's just alright. It is literally just alright, because the whole incentive of the entire story is just collecting pretty much every single spirit in the game, and that's fine. It's just I wish they did something more, especially with getting all these crazy crossovers. Could you imagine if there was a cutscene between Cloud Strife and Link from The Legend of Zelda? I mean, that would blow up the flipping internet. I mean, full dialogue cutscenes. I don't mean just Brawl's cutscenes, I mean full dialogue, because they did have full dialogue in the first cutscene.
Don't let a single one get away!
We'll each need to take down about 10.
Stow your fear. It's now or never.
We'll win this. I know we will.
I hear the dialogue and I watch this cutscene from the very beginning of the game, and it makes me wish on like the what if it had gotten like full-blown cutscenes throughout the whole story and not just like the very beginning and the very end. And it's interesting, I will say. So I know this section was kind of short, but like that's all I really have to say about it because it's just alright. Like there's nothing else really to say about it. I just wish they went a little more in depth with the story. That's basically all I'm saying.